Hello and welcome to this Northeastern Baseball Conference matchup here in Waupaca between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. I'm Brett McNamara, and you're listening to Zaleski Sports on YouTube. It's a windy but still kind of nice day out here in Waupaca, and we have an exciting matchup for all of you here today. So let's get into it. First off, this is brought to you by Koinonia. Go Waupaca from Koinonia in downtown Waupaca. Koinonia means community. What does community mean to you? Treat yourself to a variety of local Waupaca vendors all under one roof at Koinonia in downtown Waupaca. Once again, welcome to Waupaca. It's Freedom versus Waupaca. Freedom comes in at 3-3 overall on a 3-game winning streak. They beat this very own Waupaca squad on Tuesday at home, 7-6. On the other side, Waupaca comes in at 4-3, and it's been kind of a back-and-forth season, a couple wins, a couple losses, back and forth. So they're looking to pick one up here at home against Freedom. Like I just said, they did face them on Tuesday, losing 6-7. As pitching for Waupaca is going to be number 23, Ethan Harms, and leading off for Freedom's going to be number 5, Drew Courts, the senior. As it looks like they're almost ready here to get it going, as the catcher will throw it down to the second baseman to end warm-ups. And Freedom is looking to get a hot start here from one of four seniors on this Freedom roster. On deck for Freedom is number 11, Parker Jockimson. And in the hole is Corey Matheson, who's DHing today. And that one's in there for a strike to get this one underway here in Waupaca. And that one's grounded to the third baseman. It's going to be a quick play, and 2 pitches and an out here for Waupaca to start this one. And now batting for Waupaca is the number 2 hole hitter, Parker Jockimson. That's exactly how you want to start this game for Waupaca. Get a quick out, an easy play by the third baseman, as that one is in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. And that's low and away. So Jockimson looking to get this Freedom roster going and get a nice start here after beating this Waupaca team on Tuesday. So that one's going to be a tough play for the third baseman. Back-to-back plays by him. He makes it. That's Max Olson playing third for Waupaca as he makes back-to-back outs for the Comets to get 2 away here in the top of the first inning. As batting now in the DH spot at the 3 spot is Corey Matheson with Carlton Romiti on deck. And that one's outside. So 2 away here in the top of the first. Couple easy outs for the third baseman on Waupaca, Max Olson. And that one's driven out of play as they'll head into another field here in Waupaca to make this count 1-1. Matheson, like I said, batting at the DH spot today. He does play infield and pitcher as a junior. As that one's low and away to make it 2-1 now. Carlton Romiti, the lefty, on deck for Freedom. But they got to get through the 3-hole hitters. It's going to be another play for the third baseman, Parks. It's going to be quick, but they got him. So a 1-2-3 inning here for Freedom to get this one going here in Waupaca. You're listening on Zaleski Sports. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. An easy 1-2-3 inning here to get this one going for Waupaca. As leading off for Waupaca is going to be number 9, Max Dolsky. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. So all 3 plays made by the third baseman of Waupaca, Max Olson, as the last one was probably the toughest out of the 3. So an easy start here for the pitcher, Ethan Harms. As on the other side for Freedom, pitching is number 18, Chase Kalmus. Kalmus looks to have same kind of inning for this Freedom squad as Waupaca did. As it looks like we are underway here in the bottom of the first. And that one's a nice pitch in there for a strike to get Kalmus going. Very nice pitch there from Kalmus. As he's out of the windup, and here comes the pitch. And that one's grounded to the shortstop. It's going to have to be a quick play. And they get the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky, to make it one away here for Freedom. So coming up to the plate is the pitcher, Ethan Harms, one of the seniors. Besides pitching, he does play second base, but he's getting the start today. He looks to have a hot start at the plate, as that one just misses for a strike. Very close pitch there from Kalmus. So one away here in the bottom of the first inning. And that one's in there for a strike as well. So back-to-back strikes here for Kalmus, as he looks like he's settling in pretty good here. Looks to have a similar outing as the batter, Ethan Harms. It's a nice eye there to make it 1-2 to the pitcher. On deck for Waupaca is number 16, Cale Prey. As that one's fouled off back towards the stands to keep this count at 1-2. As time is called, the ball that was fouled off was never picked up, so quick time here. Or it actually looks like it came from the other field, as the JV teams are playing on the opposite field here. believe Waupaca, not sure who the other team is playing, but looks like we're ready to go here. And that one just misses. Surprise, Ethan Harms took that pitch, a very close pitch there from Kalmus. But 2-2 now. 2 Harms. Kalmus looks to get the strikeout here from the windup, as that one's kind of dribbled back to the pitcher, Kalmus, and an easy throw to the first baseman to get 2 away here now in the bottom of the first. So a slow, kind of buntish dribble from Ethan Harms to make it an easy out for Freedom. As batting for Waupaca is the 3-hole hitter, Cal Prey. That one's fouled off the foot of Prey. Pry looks to get the first base runner of the day for either team. And that one's a slider outside. So 1-1 now to Pry. As on deck is Corey Elnick. And that one's outside for a ball once again. So 2-1 now to Cale Pry. As Kalmus looks to get out of it with a 1-2-3 inning, and a big swing and a miss there from Pry to even this count up at 2-2 apiece. Waupaca looking to get back on track after losing to this Freedom team 6-7 on Tuesday in Freedom, as that one's driven over the shortstop's head, and a base hit there for Cale Pry to get a base runner here for Waupaca. So 2 gone now, and Corey Elnick looks to keep the hitting going for the Comets, as Kalmus will work out of the stretch now with a runner on first. And he gets back with a strike to make the count 0-1. Nice drive there from Pride. Just got over the shortstop's head to make it a pretty easy base hit. And that one's going to be fouled off out of play, as it almost does hit a spectator, but thankfully everybody is okay. So 0-2 now to the 4-hole hitter, Corey Elnick. As Chase Kalmus looks to get out of it with 2 gone and a runner on first. Strikeout will be very beneficial here for Kalmus. Is on deck for Waupaca's number 2, Jacob Durant. And that one's just outside to make the count 1-2 now to Elnick. So Cale Pry on first after getting the 2-out base hit. That one's grounded to the shortstop. See where he goes. He'll go to first to get the play. And Kalmus gets out of it after giving up a base hit. As we head to the top of the second here on Waupaca, still 0-0 here on Zaleski Sports. We're going to take another commercial break.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
As a local fourth-generation jeweler, Fletcher's Jewelers in Waupaca has the perfect variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
My favorite part of being in the jewelry business is really the people. building relationships with the people, and becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
Hello and welcome back to this Northeastern Conference matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. I'm Brett McNamara here on Zaleski Sports. As we are already through one here in Waupaca, 0-0, a 1-2-3 inning for the Comets, and then a base hit with 2 outs for the Comets as well, but another out was gained. So 4 batters go through Freedom. As now batting for Freedom is going to be number 17, Carlton Romiti, the lefty freshman, as he is the only freshman on this Freedom roster. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Tomorrow River School District. Great things are happening at the Tomorrow River School District. Join the Falcon family. Are you ready to fly with us? As that one's in there for a strike from Harms. Harms going a 1-2-3 inning. A great start here for Waupaca. They definitely need it after losing to this Freedom team earlier this week, as that one's low and away to Romiti. That one just outside to make it 2-1 now to the freshman Romiti from Ethan Harms. Harms working out of the stretch, as that one's going to get a grounder to the second baseman. It's going to have to be a tough play, and they do get the out. So a slow dribbling hit from Romiti. It was a tough play from the second baseman, Benji Becker, but he makes it to get one away here for Waupaca. As batting now for Freedom is Chase Kalmus, who is pitching. Gave up that hit to Cale Pry. And that one's driven by Kalmus, but grounded to the second baseman once again. And 2 pitches and 2 outs for the pitcher Harms. So an easy going so far for Harms in this Waupaca's defense. As Kalmus grounds out once again to Benji Becker. So in the first inning, it was the third baseman Max Olson making all 3 plays, as we'll see if Benji Becker will get the third play here. That one's outside to number 10, Ryan Herron. Low and away to make the count 2-0 now to Huron. Harms looking to get another 1-2-3 inning. He has allowed no base runners so far. So the ball was in there for a strike, and that one's going to be driven into the other field to make it a foul ball to the catcher, Ryan Herron. Here comes now low and away to make this count full to Huron. So 2 gone here, full count for Huron from Ethan Harms. So that one's a big swing and a miss to make another 1-2-3 inning for Ethan Harms. And a great outing here so far by this Waupaca's defense, really helping Harms out, as 3 plays were made by Max Olson in the first and 2 by Benji Becker to keep this game at 0-0. This one is brought to you by Chris Hollenbeck, American Family Insurance. Chris Hollenbeck is your trusted American family insurance agency in the greater Waupaca area. Their team will closely work with you to build a dependable insurance package that will meet your needs and fit within your budget. That's Chris Hollenbeck in downtown Waupaca. So Freedom looking to keep this winning streak alive. It's at 3 so far, including the one against Waupaca on Tuesday. On the other side, Waupaca is coming off that loss. They'll play Luxembourg Casco here at home on Monday. They did go 2-17 last season as they lost to Little Chute in the WIAA regional in the first round. And the other side for Freedom, they went 14-12 as they lost in the second round. Is leading off in this bottom of the second for Waupaca is going to be number 2, Jacob Durant, in that 5th spot. And then on deck is John Zemer, and in the hole right now is AJ McDonald as they look to get to the pitcher Kalmus a little bit more, as there was a base hit in the bottom of the first from the 3-hole hitter Cal Pry. As it looks like we are ready to go here in the bottom of the second. Still 0-0.
Batting for the Comets, the catcher, Jacob Durant.
Durant playing catcher today for Waupaca. As the other catcher for Waupaca is AJ McDonald, but Durant getting the start today, as that one is outside for a ball to Durant. Here comes the pitch from Kalmus, and that one's in there for a strike. So he gives up one hit in the bottom of the first, not too shabby, as he looks to keep this great start so far going. And that one's fouled off by Jacob Durant. And this Waupaca squad is very junior heavy, as this whole squad is based off of seniors and juniors. Here comes the 1-2 from Kalmus, and a swing and a miss by Jacob Durant to make it one away now for Kalmus and Freedom, as he gets his first strikeout of the day. As batting now for Freedom is John Zemer, who's DHing. Wind up in the pitch, and that one's low and away to make it 1-0 now to Zemer. Kalmus looking to give up no hits in this inning. Did give up one to Cal Pry to collect the first hit for either team so far. Only one base runner was Pry, as that one's driven out of play. So good contact there from Zemer, but does go out of play, so looking to keep it in play. Here is the 2-1 from Kalmus. Swing and a drive, and that's going to be a tough play by the left fielder. That gets over his head, and Zemer's got an easy double, as it looks like he will stay there for a stand-up double by John Zemer to get the first runner in scoring position for the Comets. So a nice drive into left field, gets right over the left fielder's head as it hits the wall, or I should say the fence. And now a one-out base runner for the Waupaca Comets. Is now batting for the Comets is number 31, A.J. McDonald, looking to bring in Zemer from second. So 2 hits given up so far by Chase Kalmus, as he'll work from the stretch now and looks to get out of it. Pitch out there for a ball to make it 1-0. This time is called. This is, I would say, already the 4th or 5th time there's been a ball from opposite games coming in to play from the other games going on, the JV game, and then there is a softball game going on. And there's a drive grounded to the shortstop as they will get the out there, and Zemer will advance to third. So nice contact there from McDonald to advance the runner Zemer to third, as now 2 will be gone with the runner only at third. As the pitch was out there for a ball to make it 1-0 now to the 9-hole hitter. That one's in there for a strike. So 1-1 now with Zemer at third base. Kalmus looking to get out of it. As that one's in there for a ball again. So 2-1 now to Benji Becker. With Zemer looking to score, and that one's going to get through past the second baseman. And Waupaca starts this game off with a 1-0 lead from an RBI single by Benji Becker.
Next batter for the Comets, the second baseman, Benji Becker.
Excuse me, that was Aaron Wolf batting in the 8th spot, as he brings home Zemer from third base. A nice RBI single there to get Waupaca going here. So 1-0 Comets with 2 gone now. Benji Becker up to bat, looking to keep this hitting streak alive for Waupaca. As that one's in there for a strike. So Kalmus gives up 1 earned run, gave up a base hit last inning. 2 now so far in this inning with 2 gone. So that one's fouled off and away to make this count 2-1. Excuse me, 2-2. With 2 gone, Aaron Wolf looking as he's going to steal, and no throw by the catcher, as it actually was a strike 3 called looking on Benji Becker. But the Comets do score the first run of the ball game from an RBI single by Aaron Wolf, as John Zemer had that stand-up double and then scored. As we are going to head to the top of the 3rd inning here in Waupaca. It's Freedom Irish versus the Waupaca Comets on Zaleski Sports. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. If you're just joining us, Waupaca brought home a run in the bottom of the 2nd from an RBI single by Aaron Wolf, as John Zemer had a stand-up double and scored. Let's make it 1-0. So batting now for Freedom is the 7-hole hitter, number 1, Gavin Brennenstuhl. His brother Quinn Brennenstuhl is also a junior, so twins on this team. as he looks to get the bats going for Freedom. And speak of that, they get a base hit. So Gavin Brennenstuhl gets a base hit here in an early runner for Freedom in this top of the third inning. So as soon as I say something about Freedom needing a base hit, they get one. As that one's in there for a strike. To that point, there's no base runners so far for Freedom, as Gavin Brennenstuhl will be on first now. And that one's driven into the gap. Brennenstuhl's going to round second. That's number 26, Carson Peters. Brennenstuhl's going to go home, and it's going to be a sliding triple, RBI triple for Carson Peters. A nice swing and a drive into the right field gap, as Carson Peters, the junior, brings in Gavin Brennenstuhl to make it back-to-back hits for Freedom. So a 1-0 start for Waupaca. They got the run in the bottom of the second, but Freedom comes right back and gets a run of their own to even this game up at 1-1 apiece, and that one's driven into center field. I thought it was further than it was, but it is going to bring the run home to make it a sacrifice fly for Braden Dayton. It looked way further than it was, a very high fly ball. But Freedom takes the lead 2-1 here in the top of the third inning. As batting now is the leadoff hitter, Drew Quartz. So a single from Gavin Brennenstuhl, and then a triple, an RBI triple from Carson Peters to make it 1-1, and then a sacrifice fly brings in Peters from Brayton Dayton to make this game 2-1 Freedom. And there's another deep drive. It's going to be a tough play by the center fielder. He's not going to make it, and it's going to be a double for the leadoff hitter, Drew Quartz. So 3 hits already with nobody gone, one away for Freedom, as Ethan Harms was having a nice couple innings to start this one, but now he's given up 3 hits and 2 runs so far, as Freedom looks to strike with even more here. As batting for Freedom now is Parker Jochimson, as he looks to bring the runner in scoring position. That's Drew Quartz. 1-0, and that one's going to be a tough play by the second baseman. He can't make it, and it's going to have to be a quick play from the Comets. They do make sure the runner stays at third. That's Quartz. So runners at the corners now for Freedom, as this inning's starting to get ugly. So the Waupaca's pitching coach will come out to talk to Ethan Harms. So if you're just joining us, it was 1-2 Comets coming into this top of the third inning, but Freedom came right back, getting a single from the 7-0 hitter, Gavin Brennenstuhl, then a RBI triple from Carson Peters, a sac fly from Braden Dayton to make it 2-1, and now a double from Drew Quartz and a single from Parker Jochimson. So runners at the corners for Freedom, as it's Corey Mathinson, who is DHing, looking to bring in the runner from third and maybe the runner from first. And on the other side, Ethan Harms looking to get out of it with only one away, as they're going to go to second, get the out there at second. As they get the second out of the top of the third, caught stealing is Parker Jockinson. So now only a runner at third. That's Courts, Drew Courts. As time is being called by the umpires. Ethan Harms looking to get out of it. And a nice stop there from the catcher on Waupaca. So 1-1. As that one's blown away to make it 2-1 now to Corey Mathinson, who's looking to make this game 3-1 Freedom here in the top of the third. Here comes the pitch. That one's in for a strike to make it 2-2 now to the three-hole hitter Mathinson. Harms already given up 2. Looking to stop there. Here comes the pitch. That one's a swing and a miss. And it's actually strike 2. So sorry about the confusion there. To make this count 2-2 now with 2 gone. And 2 across. So 2's across the board for Freedom. And a swing and a miss. So there's the strike 3 called. And a very crucial out here for Harms and the Comets as we will head to the bottom of the third. Freedom takes the lead 2-1 on an RBI triple from Carson Peters. And then a sacrifice fly from Brayton Dayton. You're listening on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brett McNamara. So we're going to head to a quick commercial break.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. I'm Brett McNamara, and you're listening on Zaleski Sports. If you're just joining us, we head to the bottom of the third inning with Freedom up 2-1. Waupaca started the scoring for either teams as it was an RBI single for Aaron Wolf to bring in John Zemer, who had that stand-up double. And then on the other side, Freedom brought in 2 from an RBI triple by Carson Peters and then a sacrifice fly by Brayton Dayton. So Chase Kalmus, after giving up 1 in the bottom of the second, looks to avoid giving up any runs here in the bottom of the third as that one's grounded to the shortstop. And 1 away now for the Comets as the pitcher, Ethan Harms, will come up to the plate. That was Max Dolsky grounding out to the shortstop. And that one's just outside the strike zone. A very nasty pitch there from the pitcher, Kalmus. But the count will go to 1-0 now with 1 away. Here comes the pitch out of the windup from Kalmus, and that one's outside once again. So 2-0 now to Ethan Harms. So he looks to avoid a big inning from Waupaca with the attempt of trying to tie or take the lead here in the bottom of the third. So 3-0 now to the pitcher Harms, who gave up those 2 runs. Kalma's just looking to find the strike zone. He does there to make this count 3-1. So I would assume Ethan Harms is looking to swing away now at 3-1. Here comes the pitch, and that one's driven into right field. Looks like it's going to go out of play, but it's going to be caught by the right fielder. A nice play there for Freedom to make it 2 away now. That was number 26, Carson Peters, who had the RBI triple in the top of the third, making the play out in right field. So batting now is Cal Pry, who started off the hitting for Waupaca, getting a base hit in the bottom of the first as he looks to continue that. That one's driven into center field, but an easy play by the center fielder. So a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Kalmus after giving up a run back in the bottom of the second, as we're going to head to the top of the 4th inning here in Waupaca. This is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrumptious contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. So 2-1 Freedom. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Ethan Harms is still going to be pitching for the Comets, as leading off the inning for Freedom is going to be Chase Kalmus, the pitcher. So pitcher to pitcher, with on deck being Ryan Herron, and the guy who got it started for Freedom, Gavin Brennanstool, who came across in that that top of the third.
Leading off the 4th inning for the Irish, first baseman, Carlton Remedy.
So actually leading off for Freedom, is the 4-hole hitter Carlton Remedy. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. Seems to me that a lot of players have come across already for Freedom, but it's only 2-1. So here comes the first pitch. That one's low and away to the freshman Carlton Remedy. That one's in there for a strike from Ethan Harms, who's looking to get back on track. First 2 innings, he gave up no hits, no walks, no base runners at all. And then in the bottom of the third, that's when Freedom finally got to him, as that one's driven into the right field and caught to get one away here for the Comets. So that's exactly what you want for Ethan Harms, to make it an easy play for the Comets. It's collected by A.J. McDonald out there in right field. His batting now is the pitcher, Chase Kalmus. That one's in there for a strike. So Kalmus struck out in the bottom of the second, looking to avoid that here in the top of the 4th. As that one's in there for a strike once again. So 0-2 now to Chase Kalmus, the pitcher, with 1 already gone here in the top of the 4th. That one gets away from the catcher to make it a ball. Luckily, nobody was on base, as that would have definitely advanced a runner. Haran will pick that up for the Irish. So here comes the 1-2 now, and that one's a check swing. He did hold. That is Kalmus holding to make the count now 2-2 after starting off the count at 0-2. Fouled off by Kalmus, so staying alive, Kalmus. This count will stay at 2-2. Ethan Harms looking to get out of it. with one away so far. Haran on deck. And Gavin Brennenstuhl, who had that base hit last inning. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to the pitcher, Chase Kalmus. Has 2 away now for the Irish.
Next batter for the Irish, the catcher, Ryan Heron.
As Ryan Heron catching today for Freedom. Looking to get on base now. With Brennenstuhl looking to get another base hit for Freedom. If he does get to the plays, that one's fouled off. And a nice catch there from the coach to make the count 0-2 now to Heron. Heron, the only sophomore on this Freedom roster, getting the start at catcher today. As that one's blown away to get the first ball of the at-bat. So 1-2 now from Ethan Harms as he looks to get out of it with no base runners. As that one's driven through the gap to make it a 2-out base hit for Freedom. As now Gavin Brennenstuhl looking to collect another base hit as he started the scoring for Freedom. So a pinch runner is coming in for Freedom to replace the catcher, Heron. It's number 25, Cohen Dahl. As Heron is playing catcher, so the replacement's just to get all of his equipment on. As that one's driven into left field. That's going to be a tough play by the left fielder, and he can't get there. It would go foul. So it would have been a tough play by Corey Elnick, but he couldn't get there, as the count will stick at 0-1 now to Gavin Brennenstuhl. So Cohen Dahl at first base, replacing Ryan Heron, who got that base hit, and they're going to hit Gavin Brennenstuhl. Ethan Harms hits him on the top left shoulder. So now runner will advance to second, and now runners at first and second for Freedom with 2 gone. So Carson Peters had that RBI triple to get the scoring started for Freedom, and he's looking to extend that and extend the inning for Freedom. That one's outside for a ball to make it 1-0. So 2 gone. Cohen Dahl at first, and Gavin Brennenstuhl, who just got hit, is on first. And Carson Peters looking to do what he does best, and that's bring in some runners that are in scoring position. So time is called. Throw back down to second to try and get Cohen Dahl at second, but they couldn't do that. So 2-0 now to Peters. Harms looking to get out of it after giving up a 2-out base hit and then hitting Gavin Brennenstuhl, as that one's outside for a ball. Or excuse me, in there for a strike. Here comes the 2-1 from Harms. Low and away. So 3-1 now to Carson Peters, as Harms is looking to make this bases loaded. As it almost looked like he was going to get out of it. And that one's driven right back to Harms. He's going to get the force out at third, and no play is made. So there is 2 gone. You had the easy play at first, but Harms decided to go to third. It was dropped by the third baseman, and now all runners are safe with 2 gone. And coming to the plate is going to be Brayton Dayton, who had that sacrifice fly last inning.
Third baseman,
And just when you thought this inning was over, or this top of the fourth inning was over for Waupaca, Freedom comes back with a base hit, a hit by pitch, and now an error made by, I would assume, the third baseman, as the ball was dropped, as there was still a play that could have been made at third base, but he couldn't collect it. So now the ball outside to Braden Dayton, as that one's grounded to the first baseman, and he'll make it himself. So he makes the play to avoid any runners coming across for Freedom, as it will still stick 2-1 now. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth here on Zaleski Sports. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
It's hard to choose a new school. It's about academics, but also so much more. What does it mean to be a Falcon? Let me show you around. It means contributing to our communities and considering our role in making the world a better place. Asking good questions so we can understand the complexities of the world around us. Creating positive relationships across our differences so that we can hear others and be heard. Solving problems as a team with both creativity and resilience. Figuring out who we are and identifying the small decisions we make every day to become who we want to be. So what do you think? Are you ready to fly?
Watch the game change, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. If you're just joining us, it is 2-1 Freedom, as it could have easily been 3 or 4-1 Freedom with the bases loaded and 2 gone in that top of the fourth inning. But we are ready to go here in the bottom of the fourth as Waupaca looks to take the lead or tie it, as Kalmus, the pitcher for Freedom, is finally settling in after giving up a run in the bottom of the second, and that one's in there for a strike. So a very nasty pitch there from Chase Kalmus. Not sure if it was a curveball or a changeup, but nonetheless, it was a very nasty pitch. And another swing and a miss there from the 4-hole hitter, Corey Elnick, as the count will move to 0-2. Elnick only using one batting glove, something you don't really see these days, as that will go up and away to make this count 1-2 to the senior Elnick. Kalmus giving up that run in the bottom of the second. So that one's driven. A deep shot going back as the center fielder, and he makes a nice grab running up to the warning track, as a 1 away now for Waupaca. Very nice swing and a drive from Elnick. You can't be mad about that one. Just happened to be a nice play by the center fielder to get 1 away now for Freedom. So batting now is the 4-hole hitter, the 5-hole hitter for Waupaca, Jacob Durant, who is catching today. Those bright orange batting gloves. The ball was out there for a ball, as that one's in there for a strike. So 1-1 now to the junior, Jacob Durant. Freedom looking to keep this winning streak alive. It's currently at 3. That's going to be a tough play by the pitcher. Now it's going to be made by the shortstop. Can he get there in time? He doesn't. And a nice infield single by Jacob Durant. It was a tough play for Drew Kortz, who's playing short. maybe possibly could have been made by the pitcher Calamus, but decided to give it to Courts to make the play. But Durant beats it out to get a one-out base runner for the Comets. So batting now for Waupaca is John Zemer, who had that stand-up double back in the bottom of the second. Zemer then eventually did score from A.J. McDonald, bring him in. So one away, one on. As that one's low and away to make the count 1-1. Durant taking a couple steps out first. That one's driven into left center, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder. So they look like very big drives by these Waupaca Comets, but the wind is kind of bringing it back. To get two away now for Freedom. So A.J. McDonald now with two gone, looking to keep this inning alive for the Comets. As this one's going quick so far, as we are in the bottom of the fourth, and time is being called by the ump to clean off the home plate. So Jacob Durant leading off of first. Calamus looking to get out of the inning with no runs across. It would be back-to-back innings without a run coming home for the Comets. As that one's a tough dribbler. And back to the pitcher goes the first baseman, Carlton Romiti. So after giving up a two-out base hit to Jacob Durant, Freedom comes back and gets back-to-back outs to keep this inning at 1-2 Freedom. As we're going to head to the top of the fifth here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brett McNamara. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Hello and welcome back to this Northeastern Baseball Conference matchup here in Waupaca. It's still pretty windy out here, but not too cold. Waupaca currently is down 1-2. Freedom scoring both of their runs in the third inning. As Waupaca got a two-out base runner in that bottom of the four with a chance at trying to tie it up, but couldn't do that. So we head to the top of the fifth. It's going to be the leadoff hitter, Drew Courts, who almost made a nice play for Freedom in that top of the fifth inning to get it out, but couldn't do that. So Courts looking to get a base hit here for Freedom to start off this top of the fifth. Ethan Harms still out there to pitch. Only 2 earned runs so far, so not too bad here from Harms. As that one's low and away for a ball. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Harms out of the stretch. And that one's fouled off by Courts. So Harms doesn't have a windup. He just goes straight from the stretch. And on the other side, Chase Calamus does have a windup. And then we'll go out of the stretch when runners are on. So different play styles from the two pitchers, as that one's in there for a strike to make this count 1 and 2 to the senior courts. Kalmus getting the call from the catcher. Here's the pitch, and that one's grounded to the first baseman. And they decide to go to the pitcher. Harms couldn't get there in time. So Cal Pry had to make the play. Decided at the last second to go to the pitcher, Harms, and Drew Courts beats it out to get an infield hit for Freedom. So batting now with nobody gone is Parker Jacobson, as he had a single back in the fourth, and throwing to first, and now the ball gets away, and Courts will advance to second. So everything kind of going wrong here for this Waupaca's defense, as now the runner advances. Courts to second is Jockinson will have a runner in scoring position for a chance to add on to this lead. So no pitches to Jockinson yet, and that one's driven to the center fielder. It's going to drop. Blake Courts is going to advance to third. They're going to run the ball in, but a little bloop single there from Parker Jacobson to make it runners at the corners with nobody gone. So a very big inning could be happening here for Freedom, as back-to-back base hits makes it now runners at the corners for the Irish. So Blake Courts at third, Parker Jacobson at first, and batting now is the three-hole hitter Corey Matheson, who's DHing, as that one's low and away. Harms gave up 2 in that bottom of the third. A 1-2-3 inning in the fourth, and now has given up 2 base hits here in the fifth. A quick pitch there from Harms, as that one goes for a ball to make it 2-0. Carlton Romiti on deck for Freedom. So if Corey Matheson can't get it done, Romiti will look to bring some runs across, as that one's going to be driven very high up in the air, as Courts looks like he's going to stay, as that one doesn't really go very far into left field. So the play is made to get it one away here, and that's a very big out for Waupaca. So a fly out to the left fielder, as Carlton Romiti, the lefty freshman, will look to bring that runner from third and possibly the runner from first. Parker Jacobson is taking some steps off of first, as that one's going to be a ground ball. That will go foul, just foul for Carlton Romiti. Blake Courts looking to score. I would say anything in the outfield he could probably tag, but we just saw there that Waupaca made the play on a very shallow fly out to the left fielder, as Courts decide to stay at third. And if you're Waupaca, you're looking also to try and get a double play here. Jockinson's going to go. They're going to go down, try and pick off the runner at third. The ball is bobbled. No outs were made. So a stolen base there for Parker Jacobson, as now 2 runners are going to be in scoring position for Freedom. This time will be called once again by the ump. This one's brought to you by L&L Propane. For all your propane needs in Waupaca, Watomo, Princeton, Fremont, and surrounding areas, turn to L&L Propane, specializing in propane, tanks, new installation, filling, repairs, moving tanks, and more. As that one's blooped over the first baseman's head. 1 run is in, and it's an RBI single for Carlton Romiti, as Parker Jacobson will advance the third. Courts will score to make this game 3-1 Freedom. So Carlton Romiti with one away gets the RBI single, as runners will stick at the corners now for Freedom, as that one's in for a strike to the pitcher Chase Kalmus, who struck out his last 2 batting appearances, as Harms has given up 3 so far. He looks to get out of it, and that's a big swing and a miss there from Kalmus. So 0-2 now to the pitcher, with Carlton Romiti at first and Parker Jackinson at third. Romiti just getting that RBI single, and that one's driven into right field. Jackinson's going to tag, and here's the play at the plate. Throwing down, it's going to be a tough play, and they didn't get him. A very close play there between Parker Jackinson and the catcher Jacob Durant, as a nice throw is made by the right fielder A.J. McDonald, but just not in time, as Jackinson runs it out to make it 4-1 Freedom. So a sacrifice fly there from Chase Kalmus, as Ryan Herron looks to keep this inning going for Freedom. That one's driven into right field once again. It's going to be a tough play by McDonald. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Freedom gets 2 more across to make it 4-1 Irish, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Ridge Top Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridge Top Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridge Top Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with a trusted, local, and affordable service. We do apologize for the wind, as the wind is picking up quite a bit here, as Chase Kalmus will stay out there for Freedom. He's only given up 1 run in 4 innings pitched so far, so a great job here from the junior Chase Kalmus, as Waupaca looks to cut that lead, cut into that lead, but it'll have to start from number 27, John Zemer, who did have that stand-up double and scored the only run for Waupaca. As then after Zemer, it looks like Carson Jamison will be batting for Waupaca. So John Zemer's in that 6th spot. Currently, it's A.J. McDonald in that 7th spot batting. But right now, Carson Jamison looks to be on deck.
This is Aaron Wolf. This is 21.
So 27 and 21 look kind of similar. So it is number 21, Aaron Wolf. Who is batting in the 8th spot. So Benji Becker, who was batting at number 9, looks like he'll be replaced by Carson Jamison. But leading off for Waupaca is Aaron Wolf, looking to cut into this lead that Freedom has going on so far. So 4-1 Freedom, as that one, and another nasty slider in there for a strike. I'm pretty confident it is a slider from Chase Kalmus, but I could be wrong. That one's just outside for a ball to even it out at 1-1. So it's starting to get a little bit more chilly out here in Waupaca, a little bit more windy. The only thing I've been noticing that's affecting the play is the very deep fly balls that kind of get halted by the wind. Here comes the 1-1 to Wolf as that one's outside for a ball to make it 2-1. So Freedom at 3-3 this season so far. Waupaca at 4-3 as that one's outside again to make it 3-1 to Wolf. Freedom's going to play Green Bay Southwest tomorrow at Green Bay Southwest. Depending on this game, we'll see if that will continue their win streak they have going on so far at 3 games. A very nasty pitch there from Kalmus. Almost got that one in there for a strike. So I must have gotten the count wrong. It is at 3-2, so full count to the 8-hole hitter Wolf as that one's popped up in the air. It's going to be caught by the second baseman and now one away for the Comets. So batting now is the junior Carson Jamison, who is
Attention, please. Now pinch hitting for the Comets. Number 3, Carson Jameson.
as the day is done for Benji Becker, who did have a single back in that first inning. And that one's in there for a strike to Jamison. So Jamison's first at-bat of the day. Not sure if he'll be sliding in at third for Becker. We'll have to see. Is in the holes the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky. Freedom looking to hold this lead. And strikeout looking, so 3 pitches, 1, 2, 3, strikeout looking. Down goes Carson Jamison to make it 2 gone for the Waupaca. Excuse me, the Waupaca Comets. Max Dolsky looking to keep this inning alive for the Comets as they're starting to run out of at-bats and outs with this game about to go to the 6th. Here comes the 0-1 to Dolsky, and that one's fouled back. And that will bounce off a bar. And we'll go foul. So 0-2 now to the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky, the junior, one of many juniors on this Waupaca squad. Here comes the pitch from Kalmus, and that one's outside. So Kalmus, after giving 1 run up in the bottom of the second, he's gone scoreless 3 innings straight, and in general has had a very nice day pitching-wise. Here comes the 1-2, and that one's blown away once again. So count evens up at 2-2. So 2's across the board, 2 pitches, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Kalmus looks to get out of the 5th inning. Here in Waupaca. Here comes the 2-2, and that one's a swing and a miss, fouled off. So not in swing and a miss, a foul by Dolsky. It looks like it could have just been a high fastball strike swing and a miss, but he did foul that one to keep the count at 2-2. Here comes now from Kalmus out of the windup, and that one's fouled off once again. So Dolsky making it a tough at-bat for Kalmus. Just trying to change the pace of Kalmus, and that one's fouled off once again. So 3 foul balls in a row for the leadoff hitter, Dolsky. Here comes the 2-2, and a nasty, I'm confused if it's a slider or a curveball, but it's a very nasty pitch from Kalmus, as the count will go to 3-2. Here comes swing, and that one's going to get down for at least a double for the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky, as he will stay at second. So it's a 2-out double from Maxwell Dolsky, with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. So maybe that will get the bats going for Waupaca. They've been struggling ever since that second inning. As batting now will be the pitcher, Ethan Harms. Not sure if Harms will be coming out for the 6th inning. We'll have to see. But we got to get through this at-bat first, and maybe many more. So Dolsky, stand-up double with 2 gone. Runner in scoring position for the Comets as they look to strike and cut into that lead that Freedom currently has. It's 4-1, bottom of the 5th inning, 2 gone. Pitcher's out there for a ball. That one's going to get away from the catcher, and Dolsky will advance to third. So a 2-out double, wild pitch now, advances the runner Dolsky to third, and you can't make it any easier for the 2-hole hitter. Ethan Harms. So that one's outside for a ball to make it 3-0 now to Ethan Harms. So just when you thought Chase Calamus was going to get out of it, he now gives up a double and then a wild pitch to advance the runner to third, as that one was in there for a strike. But 3-1. And that one's outside for ball 4. So back-to-back base runners now for Waupaca. And just like that, the game-tying run comes up to the plate. It's Cal Pry. So time is being called by the pitching coach, as looks like they're going to keep Calamus in the game. Just a timeout to get him a little bit more calm after giving up a 2-out stand-up double and now a walk. Cal Pry already has a base hit. He was the first base runner for either team. And he looks to cut into this lead that Freedom currently has. This one is brought to you by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So Cal Pry looking to get on base here and possibly bring some runners home. It's currently 4-1 Freedom here in the bottom of the 5th, and that one's in there for a strike. So Maxwell Dolsky had that 2-out stand-up double. He's currently at third. Ethan Harms, the pitcher, is at first. And looks like the batter held to make it 1-1. Very close call there to the 3-hole hitter, Cal Pry. Calamus looking to get out of it, and now they're just going to, very confused play there from Calamus and Freedom between the base runner, Ethan Harms, who's tried to steal the base before Calamus was even ready to pitch. Decided to just let him go and said, yeah, take your base. We do not care. Here's the drive. It's going to be a tough play by the right fielder. He makes the grab. What a play by the right fielder, Not sure who made the grab. That's actually number 26, Carson Peters, who had that RBI triple back in the second inning. He makes the nice grab out there in right field to not have any runs come across for Waupaca. As we head to the top of the 6th inning here in Waupaca on Zaleski Sports, I'm Brett McNamara. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Freedom Irish and the Waupaca Comets. You're listening on Zaleski Sports. It's currently 4-1 Freedom, who picked up 2 in the bottom of the third and then 2 in the bottom of the fifth. Is still out there pitching for Waupaca is Ethan Harms, who's given up all 4 runs so far. Waupaca had a chance to cut into the lead in the top of the 6th, but couldn't get it done, and a nice play was made as that one is fouled off by the 7-hitter, Gavin Brennanstool. As he leads off this bottom of the 6th. And he decided not to go, so a very close play there for Gavin Brennanstool. He did check swing. He did hold from swinging and missing. So 1-2 now to Brennanstool. And there's a drive and a line drive caught by the first baseman. That's Cal Pry, who just flew out to the right fielder in the top of the 6th. So batting now for Freedom. And speaking of that fly out to right, it's now Carson Peters, who has an RBI triple.
Now batting for the Irish, Carson Peters.
As Harms now has 1 away, and he's looking to have a nice inning here and avoid any more runs coming across as Peters gets a base hit there. That will go into right field. And a nice shot there from the 8-hole hitter, Carson Peters. As now batting is number 22, Braden Dayton, who's looking to keep this inning going for Freedom. Harms just not looking to have any more runs come across. He hasn't pitched bad, but a bunt now caught by the pitcher, and he is safe at first. So a bunt up in the air. Surprising bunt from Brayton Dayton, but Harms was ready for it and makes the catch to get 2 away now with a runner on first. So batting now is Courts, who had that stand-up double last inning, which started a lot of base hits for Freedom as he came across. Freedom looking to add on to their 4-1 lead as we play our final 2 innings here in Waupaca. That one was in there for a strike to make the count at 1-1 with Carson Peters leading off of first. And throw to first, a chance at a pickoff. Looks like he just wanted to take some time. Harms tries to get Peters once again, but can't do it. So now back-to-back pickoff attempts. As it looks like Harms is ready to go. Quick pitch here. That's bobbled by the catcher. Peters decides to stay at first, as the count will go to 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Courts. Here comes from Harms. Grounder to the third base. It's going to be a tough play. And a nice pick there from the first baseman, Cal Pry, to get the third out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Here in Waupaca, it's 4-1 Freedom. As it looks like Kalmus is going to stay out there to pitch. He's only given up 1 earned run. So far, he's having a very good game. As this one is brought to you by Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks, Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. So Kalmus looking to keep his outstanding day going so far. 1 earned run. Not a lot of strikeouts, but his defense is making very great plays for him to keep this game at 1-4. So batting, leading off the inning for Waupaca is number 14, Corey Elnich. And then on deck is going to be Jacob Durant and then John Ziemer, who has the only run of the ball game for the Comets from that stand-up double he had back in the bottom of the second. Freedom so far, it looks like they're going to be extending their winning streak, but it is only a 3-run game, so anything could happen in these last 2 innings for Waupaca. Freedom will face Green Bay Southwest tomorrow, and Waupaca will face Luxembourg Casco here at home on Monday. As it looks like we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 6th. That one's in there for a strike from Kalmus. Kalmus looking to have another nice inning, as that one's fouled off towards the third baseline to make it 0-2 now to the 4-hole hitter Corey Elnick. Here comes the 0-2, fouled off. So staying alive is Elnick. One of 6 seniors for Waupaca as he plays his final season in the red, white, and blue. As that one's outside for the first ball of the at-bat to make this count 1-2. Kalmus looking to get the first out of the inning. Here comes the 1-2. And that will hit Elnick, and he takes it like a champ. So he'll hustle down to first base to get an early base runner now for Waupaca. As time will be called, and it looks like this will be it for Chase Kalmus, and he's had a very nice day pitching-wise. 1 earned run, and that came in the bottom of the second. No move has been made yet, so he hits a batter, and the manager decides to call time, because it looks like they're going to keep actually Kalmus in there. So I was very surprised by the timeout. Looks like just giving him some encouragement. And he'll stay out there now with an early base runner here for Waupaca. So game-tying run is on deck now for Waupaca. That is John Ziemer, who had that stand-up double in that second inning, which then eventually led to the only run of the ball game for Waupaca. But it's going to have to be the 5-hole hitter, Jacob Durant, who also had a double, and time is called at the very last second by Jacob Durant, and it is honored by the home plate umpire. Kalmus didn't really like that decision, but was called a time. So here comes the first pitch to Durant with Elnick at first. That one's low and away on the outside corner to make it 1-0. Waupaca wants to have a chance at winning this one. It's got to start this inning. You got an early base runner. So that one was in there for a strike to make it 1-1. But now you have some dangerous hitters in Jacob Durant and John Zemer coming up to the plate. Here comes a big swing and a miss there from Jacob Durant. Let's move this count to 1-2 in the bottom of the sixth. So Corey Elnick at first base. Jacob Durant to bat. That one's driven into right field. It's going to have to be a tough play. And the right fielder, Peters, cannot get there in time as he loses his hat on the way there. But the count will stick at 1-2. As Waupaca looks to get going here after only having one run so far. And Kalmus looking to get the first out of the inning here on a possible strikeout. Here comes the 1-2, and that one swing and a miss. As Kalmus gets the strikeout there to get the first out of the bottom of the sixth. But now coming up to the plate is John Zemer, who I've mentioned a few times has gotten the only run of the ball game for Waupaca. Came from a stand-up double, which then advanced him to third on a base hit and then was brought in. On deck for Waupaca is number 31, A.J. McDonald. And that one's in there for a strike. So Kalmus has had that nasty pitch that looks like it was going to be a ball, but then just comes in at the last second for a strike. Corey Elnick leading off of first base. He's looking to score. And a big swing and a miss there from Zemer. So 0-2 now to the 6-hole hitter, John Zemer. Looking to keep this inning alive. Last thing you want, though, is to ground into a double play. And there's a strikeout looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chase Kalmus. Gives up a base hit and now 2 strikeouts for the junior here in the bottom of the sixth. So A.J. McDonald now could be the last hope here in the bottom of the sixth inning for Waupaca. Elnick had that early. And that one's in there for a strike. Elnick was hit by the pitch. As it looks like possibly a new pitcher will be coming in for Waupaca. I'm not sure who is out there. And that one's driven high up in the air. But it's a pop fly right to the second baseman, and that will end the sixth inning. We head to the seventh and final inning here in Waupaca. Freedom's up currently 4-1 on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brent McNamara. We're going to head to a commercial break.
The big thing for Farmer State Bank is we're a community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hello and welcome back to this Northeastern Baseball Conference matchup here in Waupaca. I'm Brett McNamara, and you're listening on Zaleski Sports. Freedom's currently holding a 4-1 lead as we head to the 7th and final inning here in Waupaca, as Parker Jacobson will lead it off here for the Irish. This one is brought to you by Waupaca Foundry. Cast your own future at Waupaca Foundry, now hiring for a number of open positions with a great environment and the chance to work your way up the ladder and truly build your career. Cast your own future at jobs.waupacafoundry.com. Parker Jacobson fouling off that one from Ethan Harms. Ethan Harms still out there pitching, and he's not had a bad day necessarily, but he looks to avoid any more runs coming across the plate for Freedom, as that one's fouled off by Jacobson to make the count 0-2. Parker Jacobson has had a couple of base hits here today for Freedom. That one's outside for a ball. So first ball of the at-bat. On deck for Freedom is Corey Matheson, and then in the hole is Carlton Romiti. Here comes the 1-2 now from Harms, and that one's driven. It's going to be a tough play by the right fielder. He makes a diving grab. What a play there from A.J. McDonald, making the diving catch and avoiding a possible double at least from Parker Jacobson. So one away now here in the top of the 7th. And you definitely need that. Anything you can do for this Waupaca defense to avoid any more runs coming across. And A.J. McDonald shows how good this Waupaca defense is. So that one's in there for a strike to the 3-hole hitter DHing Corey Matheson. Comes the 0-1 now from Harms, and that one's in there for a strike as well. So 0-2 now to the DH Corey Matheson, the junior, as Harms looking to collect another strikeout. Here comes, and there's a big swing and a miss from Corey Matheson. So back-to-back outs here for Ethan Harms in this Waupaca squad, as they look to get a 1-2-3 inning here, but Carlton Romiti will look to stop that. There's a drive, and that will go foul. A little bit early on that one from Carlton Romiti. To make the count 0-1 with 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch from Ethan Harms. There's a drive. He finally gets a hold of it. That will stay fair this time, as Carlton Romiti's having a nice day at the plate as he collects his second base hit in a row. So a 2-out runner for Freedom. And up will come the pitcher, Chase Kalmus. And time is being called by the third baseman, and it looks like they're going to bring in a pinch runner for Carlton Romiti. So Carlton Romiti picks up the base hit, 2-out base hit. And coming into the game now will be once again Cohen Dahl, who replaced Ryan Herron, who had a 2-out base hit. Herron's catching today, so not sure why they are bringing in Cohen Dahl for Romiti, but 2 gone here, and that one's in there, outside for a ball. So Harms looking to get out of it now, and that one's fouled off by the pitcher, Kalmus. Kalmus, wouldn't be surprised if he stays out there for Freedom, as he's had a pretty nice day pitching-wise. As on deck for Freedom is Ryan Herron. Here comes swing and a miss. Foul tipped for a strike to make the count 1-2. So Harms looking to collect that final strike and get a strikeout here to head to the bottom of the 7th, where Waupaca is down 3 runs currently as they look to tie or get the win. Harms will step off and watch Dahl head back to first. Here comes the 1-2 now, and a swing and a miss. So Ethan Harms gets the strikeout and the final out of the inning, top of the 7th. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, with Waupaca being down 1-4, and what could very be the last attempt for Waupaca to win this ball game. So it looks like Chase Kalmus is going to stay out there pitching and be a complete game for him if he can get it done. As leading off for Waupaca will be Aaron Wolf. And then behind him is the new 9-hitter, Carson Jamison, who came in a couple innings ago to play, or to come at bat. And then the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky, is in the hole. So a very big inning is needed here from the Comets. They did lose to this Freedom squad on Tuesday. 6-7 was the final in that one. Freedom went 14-12 last year. They lost in the WIAA regional last year in the second round, and then Waupaca went 2-17 last year and lost to Little Shoe in the regional. Yep. So it looks like Carson Jamison is no longer batting for Waupaca. So another pinch hitter in that 9 spot, as it now is Sawyer Benning on deck. But first off, it's Aaron Wolf, as Kalmus looks to end this game. Currently up 4-1. Waupaca is going to need their bats to come alive at the very last moment. And that one's in there for a strike. So good start here from Kalmus. He's had a very nice day pitching-wise, only giving up 1 earned run, and that was in the second inning. He's been very calm and relaxed, as that one's outside for a ball. And a lot of the help came from this Freedom defense, who's been very outstanding, making a nice couple good plays, and that one's in there for a strike. And that pitch is just very nasty from Kalmus. I want to say it's a curveball or a slider, one of the two. And the batters just don't see it coming. Here comes the 1-2, and that one's grounded. And it's going to stay fair, but they're going to be... So it's actually off the batter. I'm not sure what's going to be called here. So time is called by the umps. And I think they're just talking about if the ball went off the batter, and they said it did. So it'll stick to 1 and 2. Here comes the 1-2 now from Kalmus. That one's grounded and fouled. So a nice at-bat here from Aaron Wolf, as he will see at least 6 pitches. So Wolf looking to keep this game alive for Waupaca. No outs so far here in the bottom of the 7th. Here it comes, and that almost hits him, and it does. So a wild pitch there from Chase Kalmus, and time is called once again from the manager. Kalmus, it looks like it almost hit the head of the batter, Aaron Wolf, and the day is done for Kalmus, as heading to the bench is number 4 on Freedom. But pitching now for Freedom is going to be number 3. Kind of surprised they decided to take manager. Feels more confident. Millen will warm up.
When it comes to propane in Waupaca, servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem.
All right, we are back here. New pitcher now is Grant Millen, coming in to pitch for Freedom. 1 earned run for Chase Kalmus, and a very nice job, but looks like Freedom's coaching staff was more confident with Millen to get it done. So Kalmus hits the batter, Aaron Wolf, is now nobody out and a base runner. Game-tying run is on deck for Waupaca, but batting now is Sawyer Benning, who is pinch hitting for Carson Jamison, who pinched hit for Benji Becker. So Kalmus goes to second, as Jacob Garvey will head to the bench for Freedom. So the count is now at 1-1 to Sawyer Benning, as they try to pick off the base runner once again. Wolf could not do so, so they'll now go to Wolf here, or excuse me, Benning. Here comes the 1-1, and that one's going to be a tough play. What a grab there from the second baseman. That's Chase Kalmus, who was just pitching. So he gets the line drive out there for Freedom. And a nice grab there from the former pitcher, Chase Kalmus, has now 1 away now for Waupaca. It's Max Dulski, the leadoff hitter, who just had a double in his last at-bat. So he's looking to advance at least Aaron Wolf, but the game-tying run is still on deck. Looking to keep this inning going and this game going for Waupaca. On deck is Ethan Harms, the pitcher, as they try to pick off the base runner, Aaron Wolf, once again. So Sawyer Benning, line drive caught by the new second baseman, Chase Kalmus, who's just pitching a big swing and a miss there from Dulski. So 1-1 now to the leadoff hitter, Max Dolsky, and that one's in there for a strike. A very nice pitch there from Grant Millen, as he looks to get out of it here after Kalmus hit Aaron Wolf to get that base runner at first. And there's a drive. It's going to be a tough play by the third baseman, and no play is going to be made. So now the game-tying run will come up to the plate for Waupaca, as it's starting to get dangerous here for Freedom, with one away here in the bottom of the seventh. As the pitcher Ethan Harms will look to keep this game going for Waupaca with Aaron Wolf at second. And now Max Dolsky, who just picked up that infield hit, at first, as that one gets in there for a strike from Millen. As Harms ducks there to make it a ball. So 1-1 now with one gone. Bottom of the seventh, on deck for Waupaca is Cal Pry. And a balk is being called by the pitcher, Grant Millen. And now both the runners will advance bases on the balk call. So now two runners in scoring position for Waupaca. Game-tying run at home right now. It's Ethan Harms, as that one's outside for a ball. So our last broadcast here, it was softball. Haley Bichard hit a walk-off double to win the game for Waupaca. And maybe we might see that here, as that one's up in the air. That one will head outside of the field of play to keep the count at 3-2. With Cal Pry on deck. If Harms can get walked here or possibly get on base by a base hit, this game could get ugly for Freedom, as they do currently have a 4-1 lead. And a big swing and a miss. That is a very big out for Freedom. A nice pitch there from Grant Millen, as now two are gone, and it could be down all to Cal Pry. So Dolsky at second, Wolf at third, two gone, bottom of the seventh, and a big swing and a miss there from Cal Pry. Milan looks to end it here for Freedom, as they would extend their winning streak to 4. As the count is at 1-1 to Cal Pry. Here's the pitch, and that one's up and away for a ball. So 2-1 now to the three-hole hitter, Cal Pry, with Aaron Wolf at third and Max Dolsky at second. Grant Millen came in with Wolf at first, and that one's inside for a ball 2. Or ball 3, excuse me. So 3-1 now to Cal Pry. He is the game-tying run. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled off by Pry. So now the count goes to full, and possibly could be the final pitch of this ball game, whether it's a walk, a foul ball, or excuse me, a hit or a strikeout. This time has been called, and here it comes now from Grant Millen. Full count pitch, here it is, and a swing and a foul ball. Could have possibly been a foul tip catch by the catcher, Ryan Herron of Freedom, but couldn't collect it, and now Pry will see another pitch. Milan coming in with one base runner, gets 2 outs. Here comes the full count pitch. Swing and a drive, and that will bring 1 home. And now here comes another run across, and Waupaca will stay alive as it's going to be a 2 RBI double by the 3-hole hitter Cal Pry to make this game 3-4 Freedom. So now the game-tying run is in scoring position for Waupaca. As coming up to the plate is Corey Elnick for the Comets, as they are going to bring in a pinch runner for Cal Pry. Not sure who is the pinch runner for him, but an intentional walk to Corey Elnick. So now batting is Jacob Durant with the game-winning run now at first base. Freedom decides to intentionally walk Corey Elnick for a chance at a force out at 2. So now you have the winning run on base, you have the tying run at base, and Jacob Durant looks to bring at least 1 home, as that one's in there for a strike from Grant Millen. So a very beautiful 2 RBI double by Cal Pry. That one's outside for a ball to make it 1-1 now to Durant. Here it comes now from Millen, and that one's going to be a tough play by the shortstop. He's got the play at 2. He's going to go to 1, and time is called. There is no play at first yet. It's going to be a call by the home plate umpire. It's a very close call. Obviously, Freedom believes he's out. Waupaca believes he was safe. And the runner is out, and that is the ball game. It came down to the home plate umpire's decision, and Freedom is going to go home with the win to extend their winning streak to 4. They pick up the win here in Waupaca, 4-3. The Comets fall short at the comeback. As make sure to stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Waupaca Foundry. For a job that will ignite your career, apply today at jobs@waupacafoundry.com. That's jobs@waupacafoundry.com. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The mission at Waupaca Foundry is to provide all of the world with our great quality castings.
I think it'd be kind of hard to find this sort of environment working anywhere else. It's a little bit different than your typical factory setting.
People think that we just pour a few castings, but like here at Plant 1, we're pouring, 3,000 different parts.
There's a lot to learn, and it's fascinating. When I started and I said that to myself, well, if I don't give it a shot and I don't try out the job, I won't know if I actually like it.
I stay because of my team leader and my foreman and the guys I work with over there. They make it fun and easy and interesting. They're willing to help, they're willing to teach. They give you the time to learn.
As long as you show up, you do what you're supposed to, you ask questions, and you put your best foot forward, you literally can keep moving up.
One of the things that has kept me tied to the company is how do you feel? When you go every day to a place, you belong to a team, you have opportunity for growth, that's the right place to be.
I take pride in everything I do, and if you take pride in what you do, you're always going to do your best at it.
Waupaca has opened up a lot of opportunities for me. They sent me to school. I have an associate's degree now. I take pride in that because I've always wanted to have a college degree, and now I have it, and Waupaca supplied that to me.
I feel like we are an elite team that keeps this place running in Melton Iron, and I like to feel part of something bigger.
I enjoy working with everybody. I love being up here in Wisconsin.
It's like a brotherhood. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone's looking out for everyone.
The people that make up Waupaca Foundry are just really genuine, hard-working people.
I take pride in everything I do, And if you take pride in what you do, you're always going to do your best at it.
We build a good sense of camaraderie with our teams, so it just allows for a more well-rounded and healthy work environment.
It's not just a job, it's a career.
What our differentiator is, Waupaca is a company, first it has a welcoming culture. So no matter what your background is, if you are coming, willing to do your job and contribute to the company growth and also growth yourself, you will find the right place.
We make products that help people. I don't ever want to have to worry that you get in your vehicle and you go home and something breaks or fails because we didn't do something right on our process. It all matters.
Waupaca Foundry, it's one of the largest iron foundries in the world, and it's right here in Waupaca, and I love that.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Doll Auto. Simple.
As a local fourth-generation jeweler, Fletcher's Jewelers in Waupaca has the perfect variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
My favorite part of being in the jewelry business is really the people. Building relationships with the people and becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hello and welcome to the Postgame Show brought to you by Waupaca Foundry. I'm here along with Chase Kalmus. And Chase, you had a very nice day pitching-wise. What gets you ready for a great performance like this?
Just having a good time with my teammates and just good to warm up.
Yeah, it's great to hear that. And my second question for you is, what was the game plan today coming in?
Just throw strikes, try and do as best I can, and go as long as I can, get a win.
Yeah, you had a very nice day pitching-wise. You only gave up 1 earned run, and then you went to second base and you made it a pretty nice grab there. So great job there. So, well, thank you guys for joining us here today on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brett McNamara, and we will see you next time.
My name's Chase Kelmus, and I'm in the house.